Okay, this is Word 2, Part 2. We've gotten started with this document, MLA format. Zoom out a little bit to see what we have so far. I don't think we set the margins at all. I think we're using the normal margins. Remember our header, we messed with that. Entered the MLA style paragraphs. And to know they're paragraphs, remember I can click on the show formatting marks. I see where I have paragraphs. Up here it's gray, that means that's a paragraph in the heading. We turned on the rulers just because they're fun to view. If I don't need to see them, I can turn them off. What else did we do? We did autocorrect. Anything that got autocorrect, I believe if I go back to see where it was autocorrected, I think it will show me, or does it forget once I've closed my document? Oh, it looks like it forgets. Once I've closed the document, the autocorrect is forgotten. But if I start a new paragraph, which we're going to do, and start entering text, and spell something wrong, like "to," and it does an autocorrect, if I hover back over that, I'll see that little line show underneath it. If I really meant to misspell that word that it automatically corrected, I can change it back, or I can go and edit that autocorrect dictionary, which is a dangerous place to go because you can mess with your autocorrects. Someone could have done that to you, but we don't do that to other people. So now we're ready to continue our research paper and get ready to put in things like footnotes and things. So now if you were looking in the book, we're on page Word 2-21. And we're adding another paragraph right here. And I thought you might want to hear someone else read this text to you that we're going to add to this. So I brought my friend an online text reader to read it to you. Who would you like to hear? We have Sharon, Ryan, Heather, Will, Gabriella, Rod, Karen. Or shall we listen to someone in English? How about in Spanish? How about Rosa? We'll have Rosa read it to us. You got that? You can get a reader. Let's go back to English. We'll have someone with an English accent read this to us. How about Peter? We'll have Peter read the text to us.
A repetitive strain injury, C, is an injury or disorder of the muscles, nerves, tendons, ligaments, and joints. Technology-related CIS includes tendinitis of the wrist and carpal tunnel syndrome. Symptoms of tendinitis of the wrist include extreme pain that extends from the forearm to the hand, along with tingling in the fingers. Symptoms of CTS include burning pain in the hand, along with numbness and tingling in the thumb and first two fingers.
Not too bad. Maybe he's reading a little too fast. Let's try Lucy, but slow her down. I can slow down Lucy.
A repetitive strain injury, C, is an injury or disorder of the muscles. No.
Too fast. Slow her down a little bit more.
A repetitive strain injury, C, is an...
We are completing the second paragraph in the Word Project 2.
A repetitive strain injury, C, is an injury.
They just can't get that right. They want to pronounce it. Well, I'll help spell it out for you. I have already pasted or copied it to the clipboard. I'm just going to paste it. Oh, I did it. I did something wrong. Look at that. I pasted it from my web page, but notice that the font is different. I'm going to do, instead of that, I'm going to do a paste. I'm going to do a right-click, paste special with keep the text, but follow the formatting of the paper I'm pasting it into. So there is our new text. I'll turn off the formatting marks so they're not getting in your way. That's the second paragraph. And once we have that paragraph, I think we're putting in a footnote, a citation. We're going to put a citation in at the end of this paragraph. And then once you're done, Don't hit the period at the end of that sentence because we're going to be putting in a citation. And I'm going to do it by clicking on the References tab. So I'll wait for you to get that typed in. Then we're going to go to the References tab and make sure that we are in the right format. We have many formats available to us. APA, Chicago, Turabian. And one thing about the style, it has to do more with how the expected style, what kind of information it's expecting, and it will also control what your bibliography actually looks like. So before I decide to do an insert citation, I'm going to pick my style of MLA on the References tab. Now let me know when you're there. Maybe I'll just watch you on my screen here. How about that? I'll bring up my screen watcher. Where's our pal Danny today? Did he say he was not gonna be here? I remember him saying something, but he's always mentioning something. Looks like most people have that paragraph. Okay, so now what we want to do is create a citation, a professional looking citation. And we're going to do that by going to Insert Citation, Add New Source. We could just add the placeholder and come back. That's what we're going to do next. But we're going to say we want to put where our insertion point is. It's going to become a placeholder, and we're also going to input the information about this citation. We've already chosen MLA style. And now, because it's MLA style, it's showing you what the expected bibliography fields are for a particular style of source. Now, our source is not a journal article. We're going to change our type of source to book. Make sure I got this right. Sorry, it's article and periodical, not book. Article and a periodical. And watch what happens. The expected information changes a little bit based on what type of source I'm entering. And let's enter our author. We're going to put it in easy format. Last name, comma, Shen Li. And the title is going to be Technology Aches and Pains. You can tab down to the next one. Monthly, medical, and review. Year 2021. July month. Day of... We're skipping the day. We're putting pages. N page. And medium is going to be web. While we're here, let's explore this just a little bit. We have a check mark. We're leaving the corporate authored unchecked. If I did check that, it would show up under there. Uncheck it, it shows up in the regular author. If I decide I want to see more bibliography fields than what MLA expects, I can click here, and it will show me all the rest of the fields available for me to fill in, with the ones that should go with MLA starred in red. Unchecking that, it just only shows me what MLA expects of the information to go in the article. I haven't done much experimenting, but if I change my style of references, I will likely get different expectations here in the source. I think we're going to leave the name of the source left alone, which becomes ZHA212. And I click OK. And a parenthetical reference shows up there at the end of my paragraph. If I ever want to see what's in there, I will take a look at that. Oh, I messed up. There were some things we needed to add. I better go back and open that up. I can click on that, edit source. I see that we do have additional source fields that we want to enter. The year, month, and day access. Since it's a web medium, let's click Show All Bibliography Fields. And now, somewhere, there it is, towards the bottom there, year, month, and day accessed. Let's enter that. Even though it's not required MLA, we're going to put it in there. So year 2021, month of October, period, and day accessed the 1st of October. I don't know how yet that's going to show in the bibliography, but we'll let Microsoft Word do that for us when we have it insert our bibliography at the end of our document. I can always come back, and I'm going to update both. I can always come back and click on here and edit the source. Oops. I can come back, edit the source in case I spelled something wrong, I forgot something. I can always come back and edit. Another way to edit any sources, I can come up here and manage sources on the Manage Sources page. That's let me see all the sources I have in this document and any sources that I have used in the past as I have edited on this login on this computer. So this is showing you that if you use Microsoft Word as you write research papers, or you do the research while you have Word open, you can actually add sources, and if they were in previous research papers, you can just click on them and copy them over into your document to be included in your bibliography. So if you do a lot of this and you have a lot of bibliography requirements by your instructor, this may be some way to save you lots of time, and actually people sell these lists of sources to people that are doing research. And you could easily create a document as you do research, and if you send that document to your friend, I believe it remembers your sources that were in your paper, and you can share them between papers. Rather than retyping all that information in, you can have nice bibliographies ready to go if you're doing research on many of the same items in a second research paper. So that's something that if you do research, do a lot of footnotes, this can really save you some time, just by managing sources, inserting citations. Okay, I think we have more to type, and then we're going to enter another source. So we have that. We have the end of that sentence now after the parenthetical citation. And now we're entering some more text. Would you like to have somebody read it to you, or shall I just type it myself? Here we go. Factors that can cause these disorders include prolonged typing or mouse usage and continual shifting between a mouse and keyboard. Come back and fix my spelling error. Taking continual breaks and hands and arms can help reduce chances of developing these repetitive strain injuries. Now the end of this sentence is going to have a footnote. I'm going to do Control S just because I've typed a lot since I started. Control S is your good friend. We've done reference citation. Now it's time to do a reference footnote. You can see where footnotes are up there on the References tab. We're going to click the Insert Footnote button once we get to the end of that sentence. It looks like most people are there. I'll give Manuel a little more time. He's almost there. You got it? Okay. Don't want to distract you as we get to the footnote part. If you are here, go ahead and just click on the Insert Footnote, and you'll see what happens. It'll take us to the bottom of the document, where we're going to enter some more information. Ready to go? Almost there. I'll just connect and type for you. How about that? No, I won't do that. Although I could. Wouldn't that be cool if I could just copy paste it into each one of yours? You wouldn't have to type it. And it seems to be working okay for you, unlike before I was having any problems. Let's see, if I show the footnotes. Let's see if it takes you away. I think, let's try footnote, see what happens. Yeah, hides it from Manny. I'll zoom out. I'm going to turn off my ribbon, and I can almost see my footnote there. You're almost on that sentence, aren't you? Okay. So in the footnotes, which was started down there, I can start typing. And what we're going to type there is, according to Clark and Nadir, which we're going to have a parenthetical reference referring to them at the end of this sentence. Now, I'm not sure if Mr. Rush has carpal tunnel. I know he's got wrist problems. Oh, at the end of that sentence, go to the References tab and click Insert Footnote. And then it bops you down. Oops, I already have a footnote there. Then it takes you down to the bottom of the page with a line there. It puts the line there for you. And then just type in there. Now, don't put the period because we're going to put a parenthetical reference before the period of that sentence. And I'll zoom in just a little bit for you. I have the blue lines there because I do have the period, but I did a letter back. Now this time, just to give you practice at this, they have us enter just the placeholder and then come back and edit it. So while I'm right there, instead of manage sources, I'm just going to insert a placeholder. And watch what happens with here. I'm just going to enter Clark for the placeholder. And I click OK. I didn't type the parenthesis, I entered a placeholder. So we're in the footnote. We've entered the placeholder and the sentence. But our footnote is not the correct style. It needs to be MLA, 12 point, and indented first line, and Times New Roman, which it already is. So we need to change the style of our footnote by right-clicking in our footnote and going up to Style. This will affect my paragraph I'm in. Going to change this. It already has a name, footnote text. We're going to change the style of our footnote by clicking Modify, Footnote Text. And we're going to change the font to 12. Find the Modify button. Right? Modify right there. You right-click Style. You see the style in the choice? Right-click. Style, ... Then this pops up. Then Modify right there. And then we change the text to 12 point, Times New Roman, double space. Is that double space? I think that's double space. No, that's double space. That was a space and a half. That's double space. And what else are we doing? Yep, I think we're there. 12, double space. Oh, there's one more thing. We need to format the paragraph's indented first line. There. Change the first line indent to ½ inch. Yes, the special first line ½ inch. Automatically selects ½ inch when I do special first line. Yeah, first line, it automatically puts the half in there, and then OK. Once I click OK, I should see the paragraph change. It already shows me in the sample text what it plans to look like, and apply. If I ever need to do that again in any other paragraph, right-click, Style, modify the style, format anything in there having to do with tabs or paragraph, and then OK and OK. Now, forever and now on, footnotes now have their style changed. Remember how we did that before? On the Home tab, we could do that up here too. If there's a footnote up here, I could modify any of those styles even before I use them, but we're not going to mess with those. But in the footnote, I can modify its style right there with the right click. Okay, I'm in the footnote. We're done with the footnote, I believe. So make sure, yeah, we're done with the footnote. Now they say, well, now remember how we did that placeholder? Now let's put the source in for that placeholder. Now we can right click on that, edit source. And now I can fill the correct information in for the reference to that placeholder. And now we have the information given to us on page 231. We're putting Clark in as the author. Uh-oh, we have a couple authors, and if we're not sure how to do it just right, we can click on this Edit button to help us put in the proper format of multiple authors, MLA style. So I'm clicking Edit here, and now I'm going to enter Clark, first name Addison, middle name Lee. How did we do this? I went to this, edit source, edit over here, and I can delete that extra one. There's one author. I can add another author, I think because we have two, right? We have a Nadir Aisha Sethi. I can tab down to the next one, A-I-S-H-A, and Sethi. Click Add. Now it has two authors. I could have a book with multiple authors. What this is just an assistant to you. If I click OK, now it puts it in the format wanted for MLA. If I remember this, I could just type last name, comma, first name, middle, semicolon, last name, comma, first name, middle, semicolon. If I don't remember that format, that's where the edit button is your helper. You don't have to use the edit button for multiple authors. Yep. Okay, I can bring it up here. So click on that. Did you type in the parentheses or did you add the placeholder? Yeah, you can't type in the parentheses. Add the placeholder using references. Then you'll have all this available to you. Okay, so back over here, you come out, at the end of that sentence, you go references, insert citation, add new placeholder. Placeholder. Go do the new source right now. Since we're right there, go ahead and do add new source. And wait, it should come. You didn't click add new source. Insert citation. Go click on insert citation. Go down and click on the add new source. There you go. Now, enter that information, and I'll bring that up here. It is, I have it seen here. Is it an article in a period? It's a book. This one we're changing to a book. Some of the entries change. Edit to edit those two authors, Clark Addison Lee, Nadir Aisha Satie. Click the edit button over on the right side there. See that edit button? Now go click the edit button. Now on the top there, enter that information. Nadir. Enter Nadir there, N-A-D-I-R, N-A-D-I-R, and then tab. Hit the tab key. No, you hit the space bar. Hit the tab, upper left. Yeah, see how that takes you down? Aisha, A-I-S-H-A. A-I-S-H-A, tab. Now that's the enter, that's not tab. Go back and click on the bottom one and click. No, it doesn't let you edit it, does it? No, click OK. Now go add the Satie at the end of that one. S-A-T-I. S-A-T-I. And then click OK. Oh, wait, no, click OK. We have more to enter now. We have the book. The title of the book is Repetitive Strain Injuries. The year is 2021. The city is Boston. And the publisher is Lighthouse Publishing. And the medium is print. We don't need to add any additional bibliography fields, so I don't need to worry about that. And then I click OK. Nothing changes here except how that placeholder looks. If I don't like that citation to look like that, we're going to click Edit that citation. So let's click on that and click Edit Citation. And now we're going to do a few things here. We're going to give it the page number here, 65 to 66. We're going to suppress the author and title. And watch what happens. It turns into still a placeholder, but just the page numbers. If I ever wanted to adjust that, I can come back here and adjust those. So placeholders, I'm still in the footnote. Now we're ready to continue. Back to our normal text. I can just go back and click, or I can close the footnote. Well, I might as well just come back up here and click up here. Hit enter, and the last paragraph of this high-value research paper is people often listen to sounds from their or mobile devices. Fix a few of my typos. You'd think faux and of. I suppose faux, since it's a valid word, well, close to a valid word, it doesn't autocorrect to of. Maybe if I never use faux, I could set that into my autocorrect dictionary. That's the last of our paragraphs, I believe. And the book mentions that I can be counting my words as I'm typing away. I see that I have 231 words. Hey, and that is what the book has, so I'm not missing any words. I can decide to view other things on that little status bar by right-clicking on it. I can even see what line number I'm on as I click on different lines. It took a while to update the line I was on. It takes about a second to update line number. Oh, we're not done. We have a little bit more paragraph that's going to bleed over into the next page. And we're going to let Word do all that. Noise cancellation, sorry. See how it automatically went to the next page. Wonderful feature. And let's see, they purposely type in a typo, and it gives you the automatic red squigglies. I'm going to go ahead and let that give the, not hearing loss, hearing loss. Uh-oh. Control Z, give the right correction, hearing loss. Now, since I don't care to see the header and footer, I can double click to hide that white space. Although, let's see, double click. Oh, and I'm in the header. Now if I go back to normal text, I want to hide that again. Hide. Oh, there we go. I can hide the margin So now you see the footnote and the previous page text. Are you able to see all that, Manny? Get everything there. Here's the high quality auditory devices, and it'll automatically go over to your next page. Looks to me like you added, you started adding it in your footnote instead of putting that text up in the main page. So cut and paste it, drag through it, and do a Control X. No, 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 no. You don't want to delete your whole footnote. Just that second paragraph, starting with people. Yeah, start dragging. Control X now. You didn't do Control X. You got to hold them down at the same time. Huh. How about right-click, cut? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and do copy. And then go up to after the footnote, enter, and now paste. Alright. We'll fix on it. Go down into your footnote. Your footnote got, where is your footnote? Alright. Delete that extra paragraph in your footnote. Yep. And delete that. There we go. Somehow you added a footnote to your footnote. Alright. Go up to that last sentence, and there, by using high quality, finish your paragraph. Right there. Now what you're going to do at the end of that hearing loss, yes, you're going to put another citation called Sanchez right after hearing loss. So once you get to that end of the sentence hearing loss, we're adding another citation that's going to be a new source named Sanchez. So after you do this, then jump down to this sentence, technology. That's the rest of the paragraph. And you don't hit an enter. That's going to be part of that previous paragraph. So once you get it in there, we'll fix it up for you. Yep. Right down to here, technology. That's the rest of it. This is the footnote in between. This little line here right now is the break between the two pages. And at the end of that, insert citation, and the placeholder is just going to say Sanchez. Lower volumes. What's that? That's because I already entered it. If you see it there, you can just click on it. If you already had it in there. Okay, so then you want to do add new placeholder. Once the placeholder is in there, the next time it'll see all the placeholders you've already used. No, you don't do a parent. Now you do a space bar and then references, insert citation. or add new, add new placeholder. And Sanchez goes there. And then period, the end of our second page. Okay, so we've got, and I've just shown you that I can hide and show the white space in between the pages. Double-clicking opens up that white space. Double-clicking right there hides that white space. And if I double-click in the wrong place, it thinks I'm entering the header. Got to go out of there. It's kind of goofy. That's there. Finally, you click on it and then double-click in the middle if it doesn't move your page on it like it did for me. So I can hide that white space just to get it out of the way, the margin and the space between pages. And what are we doing now? Now we are going to finally finish that last source, Sanchez. Remember how we did it? Citation, or the placeholder was entered. Now we're going to edit the source. And this one, we're going to just edit by hand, not since it's one author, and it is a website. Author of this one is Sanchez Jorge Mario. Name of the web page is Technology and Your Hearing. It's a web page. Change it to a web page up there. The year we have. Often websites don't tell you what year their information is. Oh, actually, no, we're leaving that blank. It's the year accessed was 2021. October 1. Oh, that'd be October, right? October and day 1. Notice those are expected entries for a website with MLA style. Change it to a website there, man. It's website. Grab your little scroll bar. There you go. I don't try it. I don't think so. You can give it a try. I think it will become oct in the bibliography. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think in the bibliography, whatever you type here, I think it will follow. And one thing else here, in these dialogues, it's not doing spell checking. I think it may, once you insert the bibliography, it may catch some spell check problems. But when you're typing something here, it will not see that you have misspelled hearing if you ever do a misspelling there. But I think once you enter it, have Microsoft Word do your bibliography, I think it'll be okay. Why are you not seeing the same choices? That's strange. You have website, and yet you're not seeing your accessed. Something's still going on with your Word sec. Don't worry about it. Even though you did choose website, we'll keep with that. Click OK. There's our placeholder. And now, our very last paragraph after this now is physical. like any good paper, you get to the end, summarize the results, or what was discussed in the paper. We'll stop here. We're almost done. Just a little left to do. We'll wait till Monday to complete it fully. I'll leave that up on the screen if you want to finish that last sentence. Do a Control-S, save to your flash drive, save your Google Drive, your OneDrive, and then you can have a great day. We'll see you Monday. Sorry you won't get to video Friday. Maybe I'll show a video Monday of crazy Winterfest skits. It's almost ready to upload to Schoology. Just a few things left to finish up. Mainly the bibliography, I think. Which we're calling a works cited. So once you get this far, go ahead and save it. We'll finish it up. There's just a little left to do, and we'll be done. No. Well, you got a lot of spelling errors there. See, lots of red. Don't worry about proper names. You're okay with the proper name.